check YouTube and see if it works. All right, everyone. I think this is working. All right, we're gonna we're gonna go with it. This is relatively new technology that I am streaming, but we're gonna go ahead and see if this works. So I believe if I keep things the way they are, you should be able to hear the audio, and you should also be able to hear me talk. And I'm mainly just going to be playing ranked here. So we got some shop tickets here, just collecting our dailies. We're going to go ahead and get our exchange. And we do have a bunch of stuff that we need to do. I think we unlocked a few things when we opened up packs in our last video. So let's see here. I think it's just... I don't actually know. Sometimes it helps to just go out. Okay, so there's nothing new. If this icon on the bottom right, missions is not like dark or green or blue or whatever, then it'll show up as like, I think that all my awards have been achieved. So now, actually, I want to go back here and I want to go into my decks, and I want to change some things up here. So we're going to edit this, and we're going to get rid of the regular Buzzwole, and instead we are going to get the our second Buzzwole. Okay, cool. So our deck is pretty much complete. I mean, we're missing the full art Lucamine, obviously, but I think I can live without that for a hot minute. So we're going to save this. We're going to go ahead and play this deck in ranked. Let's go back here. Let's go scroll all the way down. Okay, so this is the deck we're playing. It's a very solid deck. It really is. It's a very, very good deck. If you have the cards for it, I highly recommend you play this deck. I do win a lot of games with it. And right now we're just going to see if we can win some games on ranked. This is relatively new. I've only streamed like once before, and it was with a different computer. Things are gonna be a little bit like, it's gonna be a little experimental. All right, so our opponent is basically playing the mirror. Okay, cool. Celesteela is much needed here. Let's Mars them, because that'll put them at one less card. By the way, I can't actually hear the audio, so if the audio is bad, please let me know. Alright, so we're just going to end the turn. Sometimes it helps to, if they don't bench other Pokemon, you can just like do an early Mars and kind of start them off with one less card. In Magic, there's a card that's not the same thing. It's called Thoughtseize, that lets you take a card from your opponent's hand and they discard it. Which is absolutely disgusting, by the way. Mars is nowhere near as powerful as that card. Okay, cool. So we actually have something we can do now. Let's go ahead and bench Pheromosa. Let's put an energy onto Pheromosa. We're going to use Ultra Thrusters. And we're just going to start dealing some heavy damage here. There's no real value to using Leaf Cape, because if Buzzwole is going to one-shot our Pheromosa with its second ability, then Leaf Cape is kind of pointless. I'm more likely to put Leaf Cape on the Buzzwole EX. And what I'll end up doing is, if this thing destroys Pheromosa, I can just I can Lucamine. Okay, so we do get to survive a hit. Okay, the Leaf Cape is pretty good. Having another one is always better. We're just gonna equip our green energy for turn. And I think we're just going to let this thing... Yeah, because they're gonna big beat our Pheromosa, right? And then next turn we can just... Yeah, I like this plan. Okay, cool. I think we got this game in the bag. How many cards do they have? They have 4 cards in their hand. So they can still do stuff. Yeah, I mean, if they heal, that would be annoying. If they use Erica, or they could use... Oh, they could also just use Pokemon Center Lady. If they attack, I'm pretty good with that. That's actually a very... I'm actually completely fine with that, because I can just come back with the big beat. Okay, Erica's annoying. But we'll at least survive a hit from that thing. Okay, so... they're going to have to switch. Let's put an energy here. Let's Lucamine on Buzzwole. And let's just bench this second Celesteela. And let's go ahead and attack here. It's not ideal that they're at 140 life. But I wonder if there's anything else they can do. I mean, they can attack me back. But then I can just hit them back. Okay, so Celesteela does reset their attack. Oh, that's right, because they didn't have... They couldn't have used Big Beat this turn. They needed to have figure out a way to, like, maneuver with the Ultra Thrusters. Ultra Thrusters, by the way, is a very, very powerful ability. It's the one that Celesteela has. Once during your turn, you may switch your active Ultra Beast with one of your benched Ultra Beasts. Ultra Beast is so good. it's so good. But yeah, we're gonna... Alright, there's a time limit here, 43 seconds. Our opponent's probably going through the math here. I think we got this game. It's too early to tell. I don't know what the 4 cards are in their hand. So I have no idea what they're thinking. But I'm thinking I can just punch. I can just use punch. Depending on what they do. I mean, I one-shot both of their Celesteelas if they switch. So they kind of have no choice but to... Oh, they're going to use red. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. And that's also a trainer for turn, which is good. Because they'll deal 140 damage to us, and then we'll still have... What? Okay, that was probably not what they meant to do. They just conceded. Okay, because they messed up. I think they must have misclicked or something, but we'll take it. We'll take the win. I mean, a win is a win here. There's no way I can undo that, even if it was a mistake. Alright, so let's go back here. I'll probably be playing more ranked, also, even off-stream, by the way. So, it's not just like, I'm only going to be streaming. I'm only going to be playing the game when I stream. I'm probably going to be playing the game off-stream as well. But, this is pretty cool. Okay, so... let's see here. Okay, not bad. We're missing Celesteela, but that's fine. Now, the question is, do I bench Buzzwole? I think I still bench Buzzwole. They're a dark type deck, so they probably got, like, Darkrai or something, yeah. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We have nothing to do in our first turn, so we're just going to pass the turn. Darkrai's going to be annoying. If they can bench another Pokemon, that'd be great, but based on this board state, they don't really have a reason to do that. I don't mind putting an energy on Pheromosa, because if it gets knocked out, I can just Lucamine the energy back onto Buzzwole. Okay, so they're the poison deck. We're just going to Professor's Research for now. Okay, we got the Celesteela, which is nice, and we got a Pokeball. That makes me feel a lot better about our board position. Okay, a second Buzzwole is not bad. I kind of want to just bench the Celesteela and hold off on the Buzzwole, because if I can get a second Celesteela, that'd be perfect. Yeah, so I think I want to just start putting energy on Buzzwole. No, if I put energy on Pheromosa, I can start dealing some damage. Even 20 damage is still good because... Oh, and they're weak, and Darkrai is weak to it too, so... Any amount of damage on Darkrai is good. Pheromosa just has to survive one attack. Okay, well, Neoligo means that the Pheromosa is gonzo. Because, yeah, it gets poisoned and then it takes 20 from poison. Poison is so good. Alright, so... Let's just put out... Let's just put Buzzwole out. It's not like there's much else we can do here. And... Okay, a second Pokeball is good. That's going to get us another Celesteela, hopefully. Nice. Okay. So, we bench this. Let's just put this here. Let's put an energy on Buzzwole. Let's loosen mind our graveyard energy, our discard energy onto the second Buzzwole. And then, just in case, I'm going to Ultra Thusters one of my Celesteelas. This way, if they do something to the active Pokemon, I don't just lose because I have an EX in play. And then we're just gonna end the turn. So we're gonna use this Celesteela to sponge whatever damage it's gonna take from Darkrai. Okay, Giratina is annoying. I don't think they're gonna attack. They don't really have a reason to do that. The problem is, like... Oh, you know what? Even if I get poisoned, I have Pokemon Center Lady. I could have used Pokemon Center Lady on the Pheromosa, but I'd rather... I mean, it's just 1 point. I don't mind losing Pheromosa. Plus, it wasn't doing a whole lot. Kind of lost 20 damage from it by using it when they didn't have any benched Pokemon. But I think we're in a good spot here. They don't have a reason to not attack. If they attack, then they don't get to use Giratina EX. I have a feeling they'd rather just use Giratina here. Yeah, because they're not going to knock out the Celesteela. Okay, so... Let's put energy on Buzzwole. We're going to Ultra Thusters here. And then I don't think there's any reason to just... We might as well just use Professor's Research. They could Pokemon Center the Celesteela, but that's not really that big of a deal, I don't think. Should I use Pokemon Center Lady on the... No, I'd rather use Pokemon Center Lady to recover from poison. That's our goal here. We need to recover from poison. So let's put a Leaf Cape on this Buzzwole. Okay, and then we're just going to attack. Alright. Yeah, they saw the writing on the wall. They knew that the Darkrai was going to get knocked out this turn. And so they were like, you know what, I'm just going to put energy on Giratina so that I can at least have a head start on this. Okay, Giratina being active is fine. They're still like 3 turns away from using it. Yeah, they still need to put... I'm assuming that they only have Dark-type energy in their deck, so... We're looking pretty good, I think. Ooh, Erica's good. So we don't even need to heal with Pokemon Center Lady. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Ultra Thrusters this Buzzwole. This is so good, by the way. This is, like, peak gaming right now. You switch out, you heal, and then you use the other Celesteela to bring back the Buzzwole. Because Big Beat, it gets reset when you switch out, which is insane. Let's just use Leaf Cape here. Oh, sorry, Erica. And then let's just attack. Oh, we can put an energy. What am I doing? I was like, did I forget to do something? Alright. So now we're looking really good because they can't attack with Giratina. They have to at least end the turn if they want a Psychic Energy on Giratina to attack. So I think the writing is on the wall here. They're probably going to end up switching if they want to survive. Okay, they could Pokemon Center Lady too. That's still not going to do it. In fact, that's a good thing, because now they can't use another trainer. Okay, so they're conceding, basically. Because I can just, yeah. Alright, cool. That is... We're 2 for 2 right now, which is awesome. Buzzwole EX to the rescue. Alright. It's a 2-win streak. We're gonna send thanks. And we're just gonna keep playing. Well, we'll see how this goes. I might end the stream because it is getting late. I kind of just wanted to see if I could stream, and it looks like it's working. We're also getting, you know, we're getting a non-zero amount of viewers. So for a first time streaming, I don't think that's too bad. All right, let's see. Okay, Buzzwole. Are we going? We're going first here, right? So it doesn't really matter what we do. Let's just start battle. Okay, Charmander is kind of a problem. Charizard one-shots everything in our deck, just so you know. So we are in for a spanking. Pokeball. Pheromosa, interesting. Let's Professor's research here. Okay, interesting. Let's go Pheromosa. And let's just Ultra Thrusters a Pokemon that is not weak to fire, which is going to be Celesteela. Okay, and then I think we're just going to end the turn here. Not much else we can do. Okay, Iono's not bad, because we didn't really have a whole lot in our hand. Okay, Lucamine isn't bad. Okay, if they can bench a Pokemon, that would be so good. Okay, they've decided not to bench. Well, that's fine. So we don't really have a reason to put energy on Pheromosa. I say we just start revving up our Buzzwole engine and... okay, now I could either use Leaf Cape. I kind of want to not equip. Equipping is kind of pointless, because if I equip the Beastite, then I can't equip the Leaf Cape. And if I equip the Leaf Cape, I can't equip the Beastite. And neither one helps when my opponent goes Charizard. Like, Rare Candy onto Charizard is just... Rare Candy into Charizard is just game over for me. So... You know, I could... So I could probably attack now. And be fine. Let's see here. I already used my energy on Buzzwole. Let's just thin out our deck a little bit. Okay, you know what? This Celesteela isn't going... This Charmander doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so I'm just going to end the turn. Probably should have switched out into the other Celesteela. Maybe that would have been a better play. I like having only one target for Cyrus, though. Okay, it looks like they had they somehow magically don't have it. So that's good for us. Okay. We're gonna go Buzzwole here. And we can probably just... So, I kind of want to put Beastite on this thing now, and I'll tell you why. If I end up using Leaf Cape, it's just going to lose... Like, even if I put Leaf Cape on this Buzzwole, it's going to go to, what, 170 HP? That's still going to lose to Steam Artillery, right? At least with the Beastite, I'm actually dealing more damage, so I'm actually getting something out of the equation. And I could sense that an Aeona was coming too. I could sense it. Okay, this isn't bad. We actually got a lot of good stuff here. Erica is good. Pokemon Center Lady is good, although we'll probably just end up using... Oh, they're not even doing anything. Okay, did they just concede? I think they conceded. Oof, we are 3-0 with this deck. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to... unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to Ultra Ball rank 4 tonight, because I feel like I can only stream for so long. This is more of a test stream than anything else. So let's try this out. We'll play one more game. Maybe we'll play another one. I kind of just want to see where we're at. Maybe we can just keep playing until we lose. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. Could be a dangerous game though, because I could be streaming forever, or I could be streaming like for a very short amount of time. Alright, so going second, I'm just going to... They're a green energy, right? Okay, so I'm just going to start battle here. If I had benched a Pokemon, they could have used Pheromosa. Or they could eventually use Pheromosa. They could still use Pheromosa right now, actually. So it's probably a good idea to save benching Buzzwole until I absolutely need to. This is going to get us a Celesteela. Nice. Okay, so... Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much if I do it now or later. I'm just going to attack. It's not like the Celesteela is doing anything. Alright. Buzzwole. Okay, so we can probably start putting stuff on our bench. Okay, this is going to be another deck thinning card. Another Pheromosa. Let's put Celesteela on our bench and then a Buzzwole. And then I want to save that last spot for a second Celesteela. So let's just put energy on Buzzwole. I don't want to do anything else. Let's just attack. I'm going to get some value here with the Buzzwole. And then next turn we can just use Pheromosa again. Pheromosa is doing, like, work. Alright, they've got a Pheromosa themselves. Which is fine. Because we can still just attack Buzzwole with Pheromosa. See, this is why Pheromosa is so good. And this is why Pheromosa sees more play than Kartana. Because you can just target whatever you want. Alright, let's see here. Okay, Erica's not terrible. We'll put energy on the Buzzwole. I think I'm just going to end up putting... Let's just attack here. Because they're a turn behind us, right? They can't do anything yet. Can use a supporter. No, I think I'm fine. I'd rather use my supporter when I have more HP to heal. Wait, if we can whittle down that Buzzwole to like... Alright, they're gonna undo all that damage. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna end up KOing the Pheromosa. We might actually lose this game, and then I'll probably end up the stream, which is probably the best case scenario, honestly. Because it is getting late. And I probably won't be able to stream again for another, like, 3 days. Just FYI. I probably, just so you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm not necessarily a streamer. I won't be able to stream regularly. But I can definitely put out some more content like this, since people were asking me to do ranked. And I'm kind of walking through, like, what my thought process is, which I think is good. Okay, so... Alright, this is fine. We can do this. Let's heal up our Buzzwole. That way we don't just lose to the other Buzzwole. I'm gonna bring out our Buzzwole front and center. And then we can just... should I equip the Beastite? I probably should equip the Beastite. Since that way I don't lose it, you know, in case it gets lost somehow. Alright. So now they're going to end up switching into Buzzwole. And then we have a problem. Actually, do we have a problem? Oh. No, they need another Celesteela in order to do the thing. They could be tricking me here. If they bench another Pokemon that's not Celesteela, I'll be very happy. Interesting. Oh, that's a problem. Actually, it's not too much of a problem. I'll survive Punch at least if I Erica. I will be able to survive a Punch. So the thought process here is, let's use Leaf Cape. Oh, I can't even use Leaf Cape. Darn. Let's Erica here. The thought process is that they're going to Celesteela out the other Buzzwole and use Punch. And my goal is to survive that. So I'm gonna reset my Buzzwole here. They're not gonna be able to use Big Beat right now unless they have like a leaf or something. Let's equip an energy to... I don't know. Let's equip it to Celesteela. Just gonna use Big Beat. Alright, we've got a game. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. I might be able to come back at them with Pheromosa. You know what I'm saying? Like I could probably just attack and sacrifice the Pheromosa. Does that make sense? Okay, so they're gonna do that, which is fine. But what I can do, like I said, is I can attack. I can use Pheromosa to sponge an attack, and then it'll position me to a stage where I can just attack with Buzzwole. Okay, so like I said, they can't attack with Big Beat here. If I can get a Cyrus, that'd be great. Let's see. Can I just get a Cyrus here? Nope. Okay. Well, I think it makes sense to... At the very least, we should put Leaf Cape on this thing. No, it doesn't matter because they're just gonna Big Beat. Actually, if we do put the Leaf Cape on this, then it'll force them to use Big Beat, which is exactly what we want. Let's put an energy on this Celesteela. This Ultra Thrusters our Pheromosa. So if we don't want to attack with Big Beat, because then we'll end up with Buzzwole in the active spot that they can just come back at us with. We'd rather they attack our Pheromosa. And this way I can actually just get one step closer to knocking out their Buzzwole in the back. So actually, if they don't have anything here, I think I just win. Because I can just go Pheromosa. Like, they knock out this Pheromosa, I go Pheromosa, and then I target their Buzzwole, and that would be game. Alright, Celesteela is going to be annoying, but I think I have this in the bag. It doesn't matter how this ends up, because they're still just gonna have. All right, so they're gonna do that. Okay, that makes things a little bit different. Although not really, because I can just. I need a Cyrus is what I need. Yeah, I need Cyrus. Let's see. Can I get Cyrus? Nope, didn't get there. So let's see. What are my options? I can probably just... Honestly, I think the play here is to just go Celesteela and sacrifice the Celesteela. Let's see if we can find some Cyrus. I mean, it's too late now. All right. Well, that would have been good to know before using. Oh, actually, it wouldn't have mattered. I guess I can No, I don't really know if I should Pheromosa. Let's just do this. Let's just Ultra Thrusters out this. Switch this out, and then let's put out our other Buzzwole. I think that's probably better than the Pheromosa. And then we can just Moonbaton here. I always get the flip right on Celesteela. Every time I've used it, I've been lucky. All right, so we're in a good spot right now. Oh, that's annoying. Actually, oh yeah, because they do just win here. Okay. Well, Cyrus does it. GG. And that ends our, what was it, three win in a row streak? I think we won 3 in a row. All right, we're at 180 points to reach the next rank. I think I'm gonna end it there. Send a thanks to our opponent, and I think I'm gonna go to sleep. So, thanks everyone for watching. I thought this was a lot of fun. I'll probably upload this onto YouTube as well. And then, yeah, feel free to like and subscribe and check out the rest of my content. See you later.